As the Coachella Valley continues to grow as an entertainment and cultural empire in the California desert cities, Mutual 111 is your go-to for local and regional arts, literature, music, special events, and theater. From the Mutual Broadcasting System studios in Palm Springs, it's The Desert Scene with Bonnie G.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. We're very happy to have you here today. And I'm really happy to welcome a good friend of mine who's been on the show several times, Miss Kristi King, who is a fabulous vocalist. And she's got a residency starting up November 14th at the Indian Wells Resort Hotel. Hey, Kristi, how are you?
I'm super good. How about you, Bonnie?
Great. You got that morning voice going. I love it.
Yes, you too.
So I know you took the summer off, but you're back, guns blazing at Indian Wells Resort Hotel. So tell people a little bit about what they can expect when they come to see you.
Oh, gosh. Well, first thing I'd like to say is that this is my 7th year that they have brought me back. And, of course, that's quite thrilling. Mm-hmm. I've got a good fan base, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. And it's just a fun place for me to be. And so what I'm doing this year is my own show. Mm-hmm. And I've done that as well as sing with Larry Topolotto on Mondays. Mm-hmm. But I used to be on Thursday nights by myself, and now I'm Tuesday nights.
Okay.
And it's 3 hours from 6 to 9, and I just do all my great songs, which are all old songs. I don't do a lot of new songs. I do some of the greats that you don't hear very often. And to be honest, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm popular, as a singer, is because people really, really like, the songs that I do.
Yeah.
And they're just not they're not the same thing everyone's singing all the time or the new songs. So it's kind of perfect for the desert.
Yeah, and you do R&B, standards, country, all kinds of stuff. And I know you're going to probably throw in a little bit of Doris Day in there too, right?
Of course, my hero. Yes, of course. Yeah, I definitely will be doing that per request. Now, I won't be dressing up as Doris like I do when I do the Doris Day tribute show. Mm-hmm. But if someone wants to hear some of those songs, yeah, of course, I'm always happy to do that because everybody loves Doris Day, which is actually the name of my Doris Day tribute show. Mm-hmm. And but on the opening night, which is the 14th, I'm going to be having my piano player, Leon Biscara. Mm-hmm. Leon is well known now in the desert.
Fabulous.
I brought him out here. Yeah. Yes, I know you know him, Bonnie. Yeah. I brought him out here.
Yeah.
To do the Bernie's gig years ago, and he wound up staying. And so I've worked with him for over 35 years. He's played with some of the greats, Anita Baker, Shaka Khan, Diane Shore, Randy Crawford. That was a world tour.
Yeah.
So, he's quite good. And then my sax player I'm bringing in also used to work with me at Bernie's with Leon, and he's just amazing. He's at the Nest working a lot with the owner. And so I got them both that night and hoping that, as of right now, we're almost sold out. So I think we're going to do very well. And as long as I have a lot of people there, I'll always be able to bring in the boys. Mm-hmm.
And that's Brian Denigan on sax.
Brian Denigan, right? Yes, Brian Denigan. Gosh, I just love him. He's so good. He plays with me at the Westin Mission Hills Resort Hotel. Mm-hmm. So to have them both there and a couple of surprises that night, I think my sensational jewels are going to be in the audience. Actually, I know they're going to be there.
Excellent.
And I think I'll pull them up for a song or two.
I think that would be a great idea.
Yes, I do. And then also, Bonnie, you're going to love this. I created a theme for the night, the Academy Awards. Mm-hmm. So everybody's going to be able to doll up in their, most glamorous gala attire, which, is so fun for the desert. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't dress up anymore, but they want to. They just, a lot of the places don't warrant that or,
don't encourage it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I knowing is that most of the people that are coming are my friends or fans, they love it. So I thought I'm doing this for them. So we're all dolling up. It's going to be quite a night. I'm going to videotape it.
Excellent.
Yeah, so if people want to come, they would have to call like ASAP because
Yeah.
it was pretty full just a few days ago, and they can only seat so many tables.
And so do you have a number they can call?
Yes, it's 760-797-8700.
Okay.
So it's local 797-8700. That's Manny's reservation line. And they just tell them how many and the last name, and hopefully they can get in. And if not, then they should make a reservation right then for the 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll be there every other Tuesday.
Now, your Academy Awards theme, are you going to do a few like Academy Award winning songs and throughout the evening?
Probably will, yes.
Okay.
I do a lot of those anyway in my show. So, yeah, it is the theme, but I'll just be doing a little bit of everything I do with incorporating a few of those.
Yeah. So tell people, people who might not be familiar with you, tell people you've had a long, varied career. I know you were in Vegas for quite a while. Tell people a little bit about some of your past experience.
Sure. Well, I started when I was 10. Professionally in Portland, Oregon, which is my hometown. And I was sort of deemed the Shirley Temple of Portland, Oregon at that age. I had a lot of energy, and I was hired to sing in nightclubs. Was granted an order from a judge that would allow me at my age to be in a club. Okay. And so that was really exciting. And then from there, I was headliner for the Oregon State Fair 3 years in a row. And that really kind of got me the recognition, that just sort of rocketed from then on my career. And then eventually at 18, I moved to Los Angeles. And just kept going and had all different bands. That's when I met Leon. I think when I met Leon was probably around 25.
Okay.
And so we worked together for years. We had different bands. I just kept going. And here I am today, still going strong, and started the Doris Day show in 2011. And that's been going ever since to sold-out audiences everywhere. I've been up and down the coast of, the West Coast and up and through Seattle area and the islands. And then, of course, I do a lot of shows. I get hired for private shows, private parties, Christmas parties. Yeah. And then made my way to the desert and just, started my Sensational Jewels group. Then I started doing Peggy Lee. Then I added my country girl show where I do Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, Barbara Mandrell, Dolly Parton. I just did that show 2 nights of that show at the Palm Springs Underground. That was fun. Both shows were sold out, as was the Doris Day show there. And I booked the Purple Room. And, well, you've been to so many of them.
Yeah. So if you had to describe to someone who has not had the pleasure of seeing you perform, what would you say is your style? How would you describe your performing style?
Well, I'm an energetic person. So, as a singer, I really like to not just stand up there and have a nice voice and sing and wear beautiful clothes. I'm not a casual singer. It doesn't matter where I'm performing. I always like to pull out the gowns, and Lord knows I have a ton of them.
Yeah.
And some of them would fit you really good, Bonnie.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I might need some.
Keep that in mind. I don't know if you've seen some of my posts, but I like to keep switching and getting new things, and moving on with clothes. But I love to do requests, and I love to play music trivia, and that I do that. I ask people who sang that song, who wrote that song, what year, and it makes it really fun. So that's what I bring. I just bring a lot of energy. I wear beautiful clothes, and I make people feel great by doing a song, pull it out of the air. If I don't have a track or a band, I'll sing it a cappella. Everybody knows that about me. I'll just break right into it if I know it.
Yeah.
And then just the music trivia, which people love. So that's what I bring.
Do you, I love to ask this because I'm a performer and I know a lot of performers.
I know you are.
Do you have any like special ritual? Do you meditate, wear lucky socks? I always like to ask performers, do you have anything special that you do right before a show?
Well, I give thanks to God, that's for sure. I don't really have any rituals, honestly. You know, I read my Jesus Calling book. It's they're just short verses every day. That's how I start my day, and that's how I start my performances. And just something quick that makes me feel good. Of course, I rehearse. I spend hours going back in time and picking new old songs that I know people. I just added 15 for this particular night, as a matter of fact. Yeah. And I'm going to have rehearsal with the boys on Monday so that they can be familiar with them. But no, not really. Just rehearse, warm up a little bit, and then get in there and give it all I got.
And do you I love to ask singers this, do you vocalize every day, even if you don't have a big show coming up?
No, I don't, Bonnie. I mean, I've been doing this for so long, and because people ask me that all the time, and some people are really shocked. Of course, it's a great thing to do, but when you sing as much as I do, yes, granted, I took the summer off, and so of course I'm definitely preparing myself. But I sing daily anyway in my house with my mother, as you well know. We sing. There's not really an hour of her waking moments that there's not music on. And we sing together. So I'm always singing. And so when I've been, working as much as I have, that in itself is, your
warm up.
Work. That's quality work, keeping my voice strong. And honestly, without bragging, my voice has gotten stronger and stronger the older I am. And I really thank God for that.
I found that too, which is kind of surprising, and I'm glad of it. I was surprised. You'd think that, maybe wouldn't. Now, just talk about your mom for just a second, because you guys worked together in Vegas together quite a bit, right?
We did. I know I didn't mention that, but that was in 1988. We spent a whole year putting a show together, and I did it for my mom. My mom was a professional singer, Bonnie. She gave it up, to raise 3 children, and it's just my mom's my biggest fan, and she'd be at every show, and she still had such a beautiful voice. She's got that Edie Gourmet sound, Keely Smith kind of sound, and she gave it all up, and she still had such a beautiful voice, and she's so beautiful. So I put together a show, and we nailed it at in the main showroom at the Dunes Hotel in Las Vegas, which is now the Bellagio.
That's great.
It was sold out. And the funny thing is that right next door at Caesars was the Judds.
Wow.
The same night.
Yeah.
And of course, they were sold out too. Ours was a smaller audience, of course, but nobody knew who we were.
Yeah.
And so here's, mother and daughter on the same night, right across the street. We sell out. We just nail it, and of course got many other gigs from that. And we went for about a year, and then my mom decided she just wanted to be Rita again. But it was an amazing experience and a gift I gave my mother to be able to have that experience that she unselfishly gave up.
Well, Kristi King is fabulous. If you have not seen her, you should go check her out. Indian Wells Resort Hotel starts November 14th, every other Tuesday, 6 to 9. You can call 760-797-8700 for reservations. Break a leg. I'm definitely going to come out and see you at some point because you're fabulous and I love seeing you.
It'd be so good to see you, Bonnie, and I'll do the same with your shows.
Thank you so much. Well, Kristi King is back. She took the summer off, but she's back. Thank you so much for being here, sweetie. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. And we'll talk to the rest of you the next time on The Desert Scene.
Join us again for The Desert Scene with Bonnie G. from Mutual 111. Be sure to visit thedesertscene.com for more show information and mutual111.com for our full library of episodes.